Do you want to make an interactive prototype like this, even if you are just starting out or don't have a paid subscription? Today I am going to show you exactly how. Hey everyone, I am Rutra Biswas from Design Diary, your go-to for practical design tutorials. To achieve this result, there are actually two powerful methods. For today's video, we'll focus on method 1, which is beginners friendly, perfect for those just starting out with Figma and especially for users on the free plan. For method 2, you can check out the tutorials in my channel. I'll give the link in the description below. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that out. For now, let's dive in. Before starting, I'll assume that you already know auto layouts and components. So let me just quickly explain you the components that I've used. Firstly, I have used two screens. One that is the main without the filters, that is before adding the filters, and the second one is the screen with the filters or the chips. Now let me take you to the filters. Here I have used two drop down. This is one for choosing subject and second is choosing classes. Okay, and rest I have used three radioactive buttons, one with just a circle and the other two are buttons which are clickable. So let us begin with method 1. These are the components. Let me start with the very first one. Okay, so these are the buttons. So let us just start with the buttons. So what all do we need? We first need to create a component having two states of the button. This is default and the second one is active state. Okay, don't focus on field. You can either have it or not have it because this is mostly important for the second method. Okay, now just focus on default state. And then what we'll do, we'll take out an instance and make three copies of it. Since I have three options, you can make as many copies as you want. Add auto layout. Auto layout is shift plus A. Okay, so we have the auto layout ready. Then you can change the text to the above informations. Okay, and then we'll change the first one to active state. Take it as a whole and create another copy of it. This time change it back to default and change the second one to active. Do the same thing for the third one. Select this, change to default, this one active. Then select all the three, go to components and click on create component set. Okay, now you have this ready. This is our single choice option. Now we'll add the prototype to it. So let us understand, what do we want when the user is at this stage? Okay, when they'll click on the second option, oops, I did something wrong. Let us change it to 1000, 1000 and 1000. So when the user is on the second, when they click on the second button, it should change to the selected state. And same when when any other button is selected and the user clicks on the middle one, it should come back to the middle state, which is being this button selected. So what we'll do, we'll first select the middle button, hold shift, and you will see that when I am selecting one of it, the others are getting highlighted. Okay, hold shift and just select the other default button and add a prototype connecting it to the selected state, that is the middle one. On click, instant the middle one. So what will happen, well, when we'll take out an instance, play it in a prototype,
So when we are at this stage and the user clicks on the middle button, it will be selected. But since I have not added any other prototype, so when I'm clicking on them, it is just changing its state. But we do not want that. We want it a single choice button. Okay, so when we are clicking on less than 500, the other button should get deselected. So for that, what we'll do now, the user is at the second stage. So when the person clicks on the first button, and same for this state, I'll press shift and select this one and add a prototype back to the first state. Now let's see what happens. I click on this. Okay, let's refresh it. So now when I'm clicking on the first one, the other one is getting deselected. Same we have to do it for the third one. What we'll do, select the third default state button, choose the other one while pressing shift, then connect it with the third option. I mean the third variant. Same on click instant, and it shouldn't be smart animate, it should be instant. Now again let's play it. Now doesn't matter whichever state we are, we can select any of them and it will get selected. This one is done. Same for mode of learning. So I hope you can do it by yourself. So this is going to be your home. Now let's come to the drop down fields. Here what we want three variants. First is the default state. Second is the one with the list of drop down or drop down list, and third is when one option is selected, so that option will be shown inside the field. Okay, so let me quickly explain it to you how I made this drop down. So what I did, I used a simple, you know, uh, I used a rectangle, text and a button. You can use auto layout to group it. Okay, this is the first default state. Second, we'll make a copy of it. Let me just bring it since it's already designed, so I'm just explaining it to you. So just use a frame and add the text. You can use auto layout to organize it, but for the simplicity I'm just explaining it for now. Okay, I'll place it somewhere here. If you add auto layout, do this one and this one, press shift A. Okay, you have this, right? Now what happens, rename this to say drop down. Use the same name for the first one. Okay, now make another copy of it. Let me just put it side by side. Make another copy and go to the layer panel and switch it off. Okay, also make sure you change the text to the selected text. In my case, it's suppose it's 11 to 12, then I'll write 11 to 12. Now there are many organized way of doing it, but I'm just teaching you the technique of how to do it. Okay, so let's say when the user clicks on 11 by 12, this one will be selected. You need to change the arrow direction as well, right? Now let's select them and add create component set. Now it's time to add the prototype. Oh, before that, this is going to be my default state, and let's say this is open, and this is like when the item is selected, the third state. Now let's add prototype. First, we'll add a prototype to the second variant. We'll add smart animate, and here we'll select this one, this text, and we'll add another prototype. Okay, Now let's see how it works. Press all and take out an instance, paste it over here. Okay, it works. It works. Now let's add another prototype. This one. Let's see. So it's working. But if you want it to just have a simple animation, you can simply use instant instead of smart animate. Yeah, that looks so much better. Okay, so now you have learned how to do the drop down. There's just one more thing I wanted to share. It's about the scroller, this one particularly. So what exactly I did here, I have made a drop down, but in this case you will be able to scroll down. There's a list and you will be able to scroll it down. So follow the same method, but I'll just give you a small tutorial on how to make this one, subject scroller. I have just made one rectangle. This is a frame actually, and inside the frame I have placed another frame, and I have used a small rectangle for the same, rounded its corner to make it look like the scroller, and then I have just placed it, use the position. Okay, I have just placed it inside this frame, and then I have grouped the name of the subjects into an auto layout, right? And then you can place this inside the frame just like this, and make sure that clip content is checked, or else the list will come out of the frame. It will be shown outside the frame. So clip content. Now make a duplicate of it and simply select this and maybe use your arrow keys to come to the end of that list. You can use your arrow keys to do the same, because if you try to do it manually, then it might affect the position of the list, so that won't look good. And for this one, you can just bring the scroller down. Okay, so we have this too. Then it's the same process, make a component set and then add prototype. Now what the prototype is going to be, so first select this sidebar and add a prototype. On drag, select on drag, and then select this frame. Same, do the same thing for the other one. On drag, select, connect it with the above frame. Now let's see it in action. So this is how it will work. And next, you can simply follow the previous method, and instead of this list you can add this instance and follow the same method, and that's it. Okay, so now that you have all your components ready, then you can simply add it inside one frame and add a button that says apply. And as I said in the beginning of this video, that you can have two screens, one without filter and another with filters. So you can simply add a prototype connecting your apply button to the another frame with the options, I mean with the filters. So on tap or on click, instant. Okay, and here how what I used, I've added a prototype which says open overlay but manual. When you click on manual, so you will be able to adjust it just like this wherever you want to place the overlay. And you can click on this background which means it will add an a background behind the overlay. And you can also check this one, close when clicking outside. So now when you use it, see there is a background, like a very transparent black background is added. And now you can make your selections, choose whatever you want, and then at the end click on apply and the buttons will be applied. So let me now show you some of my previous video where you can get all of this. So this is the drop down menu video, you will get it in my channel. This is where I explain how to make a drop down in details, and again this is for the beginners. Second, we have the scrollable list, which I just explained. If you want a detailed better video, then you can get it from here. Next, we have the single radio button clicks. So from here you can easily, these are very small videos, you can check this out, 2 3 minutes. And then once you advance to the next stage, you can follow my other videos, like I have drop downs in Figma using variables. Intermediate or advanced level, you can follow these methods. I even have a playlist for the same, you can check out advanced classes for Figma. So that's it for today, guys. If you really found this video helpful, then do not forget to like, comment and share, and subscribe to my channel for more such Figma tutorials, and see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.